Hello loves, Gabrielle Reyes here, and today we are going to be making a soul-stuffed butternut squash. Oh yeah, and it also just happens to be 100% vegan and gluten-free. To get this recipe going and glowing, we're going to start off by chopping up all of our vegetables. What I'm going to do is chop off the top of my squash to create a nice flat surface for me to be able to chop into. Now that you have a flat surface, chop your squash straight down the middle, creating 2 equal halves. There we go. And just like that, we have 2 pieces of our beautiful squash. Now, what I'm gonna do is use an ice cream scoop to take out all of those seeds and those insides in there. So as you can see, I like to get my hands pretty invested and involved whenever I get cooking. That's why I love to use Glowin's Ultimate Healing Lotion, which prevents dry skin before it starts. That way your girl can perform her best without letting dry skin hold me back. Next, let's dice up some pink lady apples and some sweet potatoes too. You wanna make sure that you have nice bite-sized morsels. They're gonna get baked in that maple butter sauce I was talking about. Just chopping off the sides of my sweet potato. Then I'm gonna chop it down the middle, and then I like to create nice thin lines and then go back the other way, chop it up into perfect diced pieces. To make your maple butter sauce, you're gonna mix together 1 cup of vegan butter, 1/4 cup of maple syrup, 2 tablespoons of thyme, as well as some salt and pepper. Whisk it up. Make sure to save a little bit of your maple butter sauce because we're gonna be drizzling that over the top of our butternut squash. On a parchment paper covered baking sheet, spread out all of your seasoned up apples and potatoes. And now we're gonna bake up our sweet potatoes and our apples at 425 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes, while we're also gonna be baking up our butternut squash for about 45 minutes. Let's make some sausage stuffing. To start off this part of the recipe, you're gonna need some vegan butter as well as some diced up white onions. I'm gonna add these little sage leaves, 5 of these sausages, and break them up into nice tiny pieces. This is gonna add in some plant protein as well as some iron into our recipe too. I'm gonna add in some fresh kale. Like I said, my hands get pretty involved whenever I'm creating recipes. Now that my sausage and my kale are seasoned and sauteed up, I'm gonna pop the top on and let this get nice and warm until I'm ready to assemble my butternut squash. Beautiful maple butter, sweet potatoes, and apples. Now that they are baked on up, we're gonna add it into our sausage and our kale mixture. Wow, look at our butternut squash baked and seasoned to perfection. Now that's all left to do is to fill it on up and add on all of our fresh ingredients too. Yeah, I'm definitely overfilling these. But that's okay. What's really important is that it all tastes bomb together. Remember that maple butter sauce that we made? I'm gonna drizzle on over a little bit just to make sure that it soaks on into my butternut squash. Now that our squash are full with deliciousness, let's bake them again for about 5 minutes. To garnish your butternut squash in preparation to eat, let's start off with some creamy ranch dressing. I love pomegranate seeds. Not only are they a great antioxidant, but they add that nice little bit of pop, that freshness, and a little bit of red on top as well. What I have here are some chopped up chives, and you're just gonna sprinkle these on over and finish it up. Now that our soul-stuffed butternut squash is finished, I'm gonna go rinse up so that we can feast. Glowin Ultimate Healing Lotion lasts for 24 hours and moisturizes instantly. Now that my hands are clean and moisturized, it's time to dig on in. My taste buds are pumped. I'm gonna get myself a little bit of everything on this bite. Oh my goodness, this is a party in my mouth. There's a little bit of heartiness from that meat. There's a little bit of sweetness from that maple butter sweet potato we made. So why don't you get yourself in the kitchen and make yourself a soul-stuffed butternut squash for you and your family to enjoy.